Jesus told another story very much like the one about the royal wedding. Only this one was about a big supper. This is the story or the parable of the great banquet. A certain man, he said, made a great supper and paid many. At great expense, this man had his servants prepare the banquet hall. The long white tables gleamed with sparkling silver and groaned under all the good food piled upon them. Bright lights and soft music made the scene inviting. Only the guests were missing. They had been invited, but they had not come. They were late, so the man sent his servant to say to them, "Come, for all things are now ready." But they weren't even interested. Instead, they all began to make excuses. Said one, "I have bought a piece of ground, and I must go and see it. Please, excuse me." Another invited guest said, "I have bought 5 yoke of oxen, and I must go and look them over. Please, excuse me." And the third one said, "I just got married, so I can't come." They didn't care about the supper. Their minds were on something else. The fact that the good man had gone to so much trouble and expense to make them happy didn't mean anything to them. By and by, the servant returned to his master and told him what had happened. The good man was very much hurt, as you or I would have been. Then he took one look at the great empty hall with all those long, food-laden tables and said to his servant, "Go out, quickly, into the streets and lanes of the city, and bring in hither the poor, and the maimed, and the halt, and the blind." The servant did as he was told. As soon hundreds of eager, happy, hungry beggars were hurrying into the banquet hall. What a sight that must have been! No lords and ladies there, no rich or famous people, only the common folk from the city streets. Nor did fancy coronets adorn their heads or rare jewels sparkle on their fingers. Only their faces glowed with the happiness and thankfulness in their hearts. After a while, the flow of people slowed, and the servant reported to his master, "There's still room for more." Happy that so many people had come, the master said, "Go out into the highways and hedges and compel them to come in, that my house may be filled." Again, the servant obeyed, and this time he really pressed the people hard. "Come," he pleaded, "do come. The supper is ready, and the hall is nearly full." In this story, Jesus revealed again the wonderful love of God for this world. He has gone to great pains to prepare for our happiness. He has made ready a marvelous feast of good things and has invited everybody to share it. But some don't care. They're too busy with plans of their own. This story of the supper nobody wanted might also been called the story of the inexcusable excuses. And we must be careful that we do not use them too. Maybe you have heard a boy say, "I do not want to go to church today. I've promised the fellows I play ball with them." Or perhaps you've heard a girl say, "Let's not have worship this evening. There's a program on television we simply mustn't miss." Or you yourself may have said, "I won't bother to say my prayers tonight. I'm too tired." These are all excuses for not doing what you know God wants you to do. And they are inexcusable excuses. For there never can be any good excuse for saying, "I don't care what's right. I don't care what God says," or "I don't care whether He's disappointed in me or not." Such excuses are dangerous. They will lead you to make other excuses later on, And not only could they keep you from the banquet of good things God has prepared for you, they could keep you right out of heaven. And that is the story of the great banquet.